Hello, it's 6:30 on Monday evening. I think today's the 19th, and since it's the weekly office hours meeting, I've been on since 6 o'clock waiting for somebody to show themselves, and as seems to be the case, no one has signed on. I'm starting to take it personally. He smiled. Either that, or I'm such a good professor. Everything is so crystal clear all along the way that you don't need to talk to me about any old thing that you comes to mind. Needless to say, you know that as I say every week, or at least I hope that I say every week, I'm available to you anytime you want to speak to me. Those of you who have reached out to me know fully well that I'm very responsive in any number of ways to help people get over little hurdles and sometimes big hurdles too, personal hurdles and so forth. So this isn't the only way I choose to or would like to be connected to you. So you have plenty of chances to speak to me if this isn't a satisfactory time or whatever. So enough said. So what I thought I would do, and I'm going to do it quickly, is to record this and speak about the midterm. And what I'm going to also do is walk you through the expectation and the response pieces to it. So this is, even though it's a short video, I think it will be very helpful for you to be on spot with getting the best effort forward to me. It's going to be due, I think I said October 7th. Today is the 19th, so that's 30 days has September. So it's 11 days and 7 days. There's 18 days. So it's about a little less than 3 weeks for you to work on it. I will point out, and I do say it in the document that I just put into the syllabus, into a Blackboard, I should say, that you shouldn't ask this tonight, the 19th. Don't do that. I would wait till we finish the week, at least through week 5, as I embark on. I'll be doing that, actually posting that video in a couple of days, so that you have week 5 under your belt. Week 5 speaks to chapter, gets up through chapter 5, pretty much. And so anything that you write or offer up to me by way of the combination of the discussion questions, which I continue to say are really well done by you folks, the discussion questions, and the content that you, or ideas that emerge from those exchanges, by the textbook itself up through chapter 5, and by the videos that I post here, there, and everywhere else. And if there's any other documents, that they're already in Blackboard, and I have a habit of just waking up in the middle of the night and thinking, oh, I want to give that to a student or students. So, but they're all there. They're all one place or another for you to dig out. And if you can't find them, just let me know, and I'll make sure that you can find them. So I'm talking too much. What I'm going to do is bring up really very quickly the syllabus very quickly, and then we'll talk about the actual case study that I posted up. So we share the screen. We go to that. I bring that up. Okay. This is straight out of the syllabus, and it's 30% of the grade, as I've told you several times. And I'll read to you for a moment, and then you can take it from there. So you're going to get a case study. You're going to get that today, and the case study covers materials through week 5. And you get at least a week. I'm giving you actually close to the 3 to prepare for that. And hopefully for the last time, at least this week, urging you not to start this straight away. You may want to rough some things out, but try to complete this and get it in early. You're not getting any extra points for getting it in early, so I wouldn't force yourself to move through that. I also forgot to say, although I have said this more than once, I'm not interested in finding out what you don't know. I'm finding out what you do know, much more important. If there's something that you don't know that you should know, I'll tell you in my own personal comments to the individual, and give you the opportunity to revise what you've given me. So I'm looking at this as a yardstick for me to decide how well the course has been moving forward, and whether you've mastered the points that are all cross-matched between the learning objectives, as I said before, and the text, and so forth. So it's a 30 point exam. It's what am I looking for? Midterm guidelines, respond to each question. I'm not sure I want to give you questions as such. I think I want you to respond to this to the issues that you see along the lines of what the study is, what the case study is about, and tell me what you think of it. If you need more specific guidelines, say so, and I'll be happy to give it to you. But you're all adults, and I think you know enough to uh, analyze what you see through the lenses of the things we've spoken about in a number of ways. And if something occurs to me that I think is important, I'll come back and tell you about that. So that is the syllabus on that. And then we'll go back to the actual, and you have this in your documents. I made it available as of today. It's called Scott Rocks Consultants. Not very original, but it does the job. And here is old Scott Rocks. Okay, I'm going to read. Scott Rock Consultants is a professional service firm that provides consulting services to improve businesses' processes. Many of Scott Rock's services fall under the areas of organizational design, workflow, efficiency improvement, and leveraging technology to improve the business environment. It's 40 years old by Wes Scott and Eli Rock, and therefore the name. It's similar to a lot of other firms that you may be familiar with in your own professional lives, where people sell services to other people, and you move along from that. It's a pretty large firm, and most of its senior professionals manage junior professionals to do the individual work and whatever clients they have. Everyone pretty much has MBAs or higher, and it's a pretty solid firm. SRC has a lot of clients, different sizes of their businesses, and several different kinds of industries. Each client's sold to and serviced by an account executive, I guess is the best way to put it. Depending on the size of the account manager will have some other people helping her, and then the account managers for the bigger accounts have what they call KAMs, I'm not sure where that came from. Key account managers, CAM. Each CAM might be handling 3 or 4 accounts, or at one time, or just trying to sell services for new accounts. Each CAM has 8 professionals. So there's a lot of people involved in a kind of a vertical approach to service the needs of each client. The SRC professionals, the more junior people, perhaps like yourself, want to be CAMs. That's what they want to do. So it's not just about skills; it's about insight. It's about ability to. I use this word far too often. Process, understand what lies beneath, as we've spoken about several times, and they believe in high collaboration and self-directed individuals to do this. There's 3 types of vice presidents who have 5 district managers who oversee 6 CAMs. So you can see a cascading hierarchy going on here. The pressure on each CAM has increased to get their sales off the ground. There's lots of competition for these things nowadays. And so they begin to take a look at the professional training that they need to get these service accounts up to snuff. And CAMs traditionally hadn't trained their people that way. Now they're realizing that that's part of what they need to do, and they've missed the boat on it to some extent. Now they're beginning to assure themselves that these 90 CAMs are trained sufficiently to meet their clients' needs. And they tell potential clients that they often bring in other people to help improve what they're doing. And Luke, the CEO of SRC, preaches that loudly and clearly all along. And then there's Christina Lopez, who is the vice president of human resources, who has asked you to design and develop a holistic training and development program for these camps. So you want to train your own camps. And this is a quote: through networking, Luke decided to approach Schumann and Jerry Johnson, their husband and wife team, to develop the training. So they call in consultants to retrain their camps and upgrade their skills. And if they're listening to now, this is where we start getting a nitty gritty of things. If they're listening to their ideas, the needs analysis, Luke said, well, the needs analysis we suggest will take a long time. So I can give you input from our clients' survey. So they're using surveys. I'm going to tell you why I don't like surveys in this upcoming video, but they're giving surveys that you can use to speak to the VPs. I'm in a hurry, and I got to get this thing done quickly. So I want to, and then the vice president tells Luke and who is it, Sean and Jerry, that they want this done in person. They're tired of online training. And they're tired of these trainings because everybody has their own material on the laptops and they don't want to altogether use that. So they're going to bring 30 cams in, and each VP will have 5 of their district managers to pick 2 camps to invite to move along. So there's going to be a lot of people there. So the Johnsons, getting on top of things, move quickly and develop an overview design for the training. Show it to Luke, who then said, it's okay to go ahead. And we're going to call this the Key Account Management Program. It's original. And then Christina went on. This all happened in the 2 weeks before I went on vacation. When I returned, Luke apologized for not waiting until I got back because he wanted to get everything rolling. So he moved very quickly, really without her input. I asked him a few questions about how the consultants would ensure this training would incorporate all the activities both before and after the event to make it successful. All that prep material, which you've already begun to see in chapter 4. And as you move into 5, you see where I'm taking you in this in a couple of days. How the consultants would ensure that the training would incorporate those premises to make it successful. So she's asking for the whole package. She wants to know how you're going to set it up. She wants to know what you're going to do. She wants to know how you're going to wrap it up and what you're going to do even after the wrap up. And that becomes a problem because he's not ready for that. He did not know the answer. Then they went to the Johnsons. And they say, well, they really work on what I call the Broadway show. They specialize in creating the event, but not all the best practices to go along with it. At that point, Luke fired them and said, okay, you're out, and we're going to have to get somebody else to do this. And then Christina tells them the things we're up against. There's a time constraint. There's a 6-week window to get this pulled together. The conference center is booked, but it's one large, I'm not going to read all this to you, one large plenary space that holds all the 30 people in one theater. Okay. And 6 breakout rooms. So there's let me highlight it. You won't see this on the document I posted because it won't let me highlight. Hold all the attendees and hold up the people, 6 breakout rooms, 1 round table. Latest technology, Wi-Fi, a chef, dining room. It's reserved for 2 days, and it's okay if you don't need to use all the rooms for the 2 days. So now the 15 district managers invite 2 CAMs. Nothing else was said about the event, except put the dates on their calendar. And the good news is they have extra rooms to sleep in if things get stretch out. Now, I'm not going to read all this to you, but you can see how it's set up. There's modules for those dates, for those 2 days. They briefly describe how they're going to present. Think about what we've talked about, especially in chapter 4, even more so as I introduce 5 to you this week. Take a hard look at that column. He winked. What the trainees are responsible for doing. And then some time constraints. Christina says also, oh, by the way, while we told the cams to stop at start time of each day, we have to tell them we have you yet to tell them anything else. We can change the design of the program and add any important pre and post activities. So now it's up to you. Some of that material in the beginning you may need to know or not know, but you can see that essentially you as a consultant have been charged with creating a training program with a needs assessment, et cetera, mindful of all the components of things we've spoken about. And this is what they've come up with for the company. What would you do about that? It's a question. How would you improve it? I guess is the best way to put that. And that's the question. And why would you improve it? The way you just chose to improve it. And with that, I'm going to sign off. Again, I apologize for repeating myself. I apologize for repeating myself. I apologize for, I don't want to say it 3 times. I'm available for you if you have questions. Please ask. I sometimes feel ignored. Not ignored. I sometimes feel, I don't know what I feel. I should have probably cut that part out, but I don't know how. Enough said. So I'm around if you need me.